Hello, I'm Christine Manning with the Wine Education Institute. Welcome to southern Italy, the land of lemon trees, tourist-filled beaches, and the famous home of pizza. It is the hottest part of the country where the sun is intense and the wines are often full-bodied and high in alcohol. In today's advanced dive into southern Italy, we will cover the geography, important wine-growing regions, and associated grapes and special styles here. If you need to review our labeling hierarchy, please visit the introduction section of Northern Italy. Let's dive in. In southern Italy, the climate becomes hot, and inland it can be dry and more humid near the coast. Because of the heat, bush-trained vines are traditional, with leaves providing shade for the fruit. As we saw in central Italy, altitude can be a vineyard's saving grace, and even more so here. The slopes of the Apennines or volcanic Mount Etna can provide much-needed relief from the heat, allowing for grapes to retain acidity and aromatic complexity. Beginning in our regions with Campania. Campania has the most DOCGs of the southern regions. It is home to Aglianico, nicknamed the Nebbiolo of the South, which produces deeply colored, high acid, and high tannin wines of Taurasi DOCG. Two of Italy's best indigenous white grapes come from Campania. Fiano, which is medium-bodied with stone fruit notes, and Greco, which as the name suggests, has been around as long as the Greeks. This grape is leaner and higher in acid and can show flavors from green fruit to riper tropical fruit notes. Lees stirring may be used for added texture. Both these white grapes might be grown in different regions throughout southern Italy, but the finest examples will come from Fiano di Avellino and Greco di Tufo, respectively. Basilicata is very mountainous, with vineyards reaching up to 900 meters on the extinct volcano of Mount Etna. High altitude is essential for Aglianico, ensuring that the wine has structure without being overwhelmed by heat. Puglia, by contrast, is a vast agricultural plain. In this hot climate, varieties like Negroamaro and Primitivo, or Zinfandel, flourish, producing ripe, jammy, and full-bodied reds and refreshing and tasty rosés. Puglia was once nicknamed Europe's cellar, as it supplied high volumes of wine to the rest of Europe when their vineyards were being ravaged by the early arrival of phylloxera, although Puglia eventually succumbed to the louse as well. Today, though, it is still one of Italy's largest wine producers. A significant volume of its production is bulk wine, with 50% of Puglia's total wine production being sold as wine without origin. However, focus on winemaking techniques and varietal purity can be found in high-quality wines coming from Salice Salentino. Finally, Sicily. Sicily is a massive island producer. While much of the island produces high-volume Sicilia DOC or IGT wines, Etna DOC is a standout for quality. On the slopes of the volcano, old, low-yielding vines of Nerello Mascalese produce restrained red wines with sour cherry and dried herb notes that are surprisingly elegant for such a warm latitude. The flagship red for the rest of the island is Nero which thrives in the heat to produce fruity, medium to full-bodied wines. We can also see international varieties like Syrah and Chardonnay. To conclude our tour of the South, we see a region that has moved from bulk production to a focus on unique indigenous grapes and high-altitude viticulture, proving that even in the hottest climates, southern Italy can produce wines of incredible balance and longevity. The key regions are Campania, Basilicata, Puglia, and Sicily, with important grapes like Aglianico, Negroamaro, Primitivo, and Nero Diavola. Thank you for joining me today, and good luck with your studies. Ciao for now.